Dan from Snider School of Music, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the 1, 4, and 5 chord progression. So just before we get into that, I will actually break down the 1, 4, and 5 chords first. So first of all, what we have is the C major scale, which sounds like this. It is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Out of that collection of notes, we create different chords. So as an example, on C, which is our first note of the scale, that would be considered the basis of the 1 chord. So the 1 major chord is the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the C major scale. So those 3 notes together create the C major, the C major triad. Sounds like that. When we do the same thing based on the F, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the C major scale, if we play the first note, F, the second note would be the A, and the third note would be the C. And that is the F major triad, or the F major chord. So just to recap the first one, we have the C major chord sounding like that, the F major chord sounding like this. Last but not least, we've got the C, D, E, F, and G. Now that G is the 5th of C. When we build a major triad on that, it would be G, B, and D, which again is the 1, 3, and 5 of the G position. So when I put those 3 chords together, they will sound like this. So the C major triad, the F major triad, and the G major triad. Now, to make this sound a little bit thicker, we do something like this. We add the bass. So with my left hand, I'm taking the C note and playing a C major triad in my right hand. So we have the C, the F, and the G. So we'll have a lot of different songs that are based on those 3 chords. So we have 1, also take the different orders and go from the 1 to the 5 to the 4 to give us yet a different kind of a sound there, or a different chord progression. So we've got which I'm sure you've heard in countless number of pop tunes. Now if you notice, I didn't move my hands around too much. I was doing something like this. So if you hear the difference, what I wound up doing was taking a C major triad and playing it in a different inversions. So what is an inversion? Well, we'll take a C major triad, C, E, and the G, like so, and we wind up flipping them through the cycle. So if we have a C, E, and G, this is what's known as a root position. When I take those same 3 notes and I flip them up to the next position, we have E, G, and a C. That is what's known as a first inversion. Notice the difference in sound that we get, as opposed to this almost a closed kind of a sound versus maybe a little bit of an open kind of a sound at the top. When I take those same 3 notes and I flip them yet again, G, C, and E, we get into the second inversion. So it's going to sound like that. When I flip it again, we're back to the root position. So now what I'm going to do is play those 3 inversions with the, the 3 positions against a C that's at the bottom. So this is what it's going to sound like. So this is the C major triad root position. major triad, first inversion, C major triad, second inversion, and then back to the root position on the top. So what will happen in a lot of songs, like I said, we don't play everything in the root position. We will actually mix them up. So we get this kind of a sound as opposed to this. We can start getting things like this. What I'm doing here is I'm playing a C major triad. Now this is going to be in root position, first inversion, second inversion. Just taking it down an octave here. So there it is, in second inversion. When I play the F major triad, here it is. This is going to be the first inversion of the F major triad. Root position, first inversion. Notice that my common tone is going to be this C. Sounds like that. So we've got the C major triad in second inversion, F major triad, first inversion. And then we just go up to the G, which is going to be in first inversion, and back to the F, which is again in first inversion, and to the C, second inversion, to give you this kind of a sound. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson, and if you have any questions, please come down to Snider School of Music, and I will be happy to expand more on that knowledge of chords. And I'll leave you now with a little added bonus, the 7th chord. See you soon!